fraud. It doesn't just happen. It's engineered piece by piece, number by number, lie by lie. This is a story of Satyam Computers, one of India's biggest corporate scandals. A multi-billion-dollar tech empire built on fabricated numbers and false confidence. And at the center of it all, one man with unchecked power. Ramalinga Raju, the founder, the visionary, the mastermind. He didn't just override internal controls at Satyam. He bent them to his will. Now, fraud typically needs three things to happen. Number one, incentive oppression. Number two, opportunity. And number three, rationalization. Raju had it all.
One of the largest accounting frauds that our country has ever seen, and I'm talking about Satyam.
In the 14,000 crore Satyam scam, and this is of course a scam in which former Satyam promoter Ramalinga Raju.
Larger image of the Indian IT industry, the image of India Inc., but also in that the image of the city which is home to Satyam, Hyderabad.
Have been granted bail by the Hyderabad Metropolitan Court. Let's surprise our viewers' memory. A Hyderabad court who tried the Satyam corporate fraud case was probed by the CBI was now sentenced Raju and others to 7 years rigorous imprisonment.
Ramalinga Raju and other key accused in the case managed to post bail, and Raju himself evaded appearing in court citing medical reasons.
Hyderabad's biggest poster boy now inducted in corporate India's Hall of Shame.
He had incentive to make Satyam look stronger, bigger, more profitable than it actually was. Immense pressure and high incentive. The opportunity, he was like the demigod at Satyam Computers. He was a founder. Nobody ever questioned him. And the rationalization, Raju convinced himself it was his company, his rules. After all, he was just managing the numbers, a temporary fix for a long-term gain. And the result, Satyam's entire financials had become a fabrication. The revenues, fake. The profits, exaggerated. The cash reserves, they didn't even exist. Raju forged bank statements. There were thousands of ghost employees, which means salary funneling into his own accounts. And yet, no one questioned him. The board believed him, investors trusted him, and PwC, the auditors, they simply signed off without suspicion.
For the last 24 hours, ever since it became clear that the company's books were cooked by none other than the Satyam promoter, the question of the auditor's integrity is back in the forefront.
PricewaterhouseCoopers has had a tough year in India, starting with the hit that the brand took when the Satyam scam came to light.
What Mr. Raju writes in his letter is that none of his senior employees are involved, which is difficult to fathom, because when you do a thing of this scale, you cannot do it on your own, because Mr. Raju does not write the accounting books. It is written by different people. And what he's telling you 3-4 areas is just where the end result comes. To come to this end result, there are various routes and transactions which take place.
But here's where it gets even bigger. Satyam wasn't just listed in India and accountable to SEBI, the Indian regulator. It had also raised money from the US capital markets and was also a US SEC registrant. This meant Satyam's financials were supposed to meet the highest standards of corporate governance, transparency, and investor protection. And yet, the fraud remained undetected. Satyam wasn't just a company that failed, it was a warning that management override is the Achilles heel of internal controls. That when auditors trust too much, they fail. That professional skepticism isn't an option, it's a necessity. Because when auditors fail to ask the hard questions, companies collapse, markets tremble, trust is shattered. With Satyam, the truth was always there, hidden in plain sight. The missing cash, the flawless earnings, the too perfect growth, the clues were everywhere. Yet, no one followed the trail. No one asked the hard questions until it was too late. When auditors become complacent, fraudsters become fearless. When oversight fails, deception thrives. And when deception thrives, markets don't just lose money, they lose trust. Satyam didn't collapse because of one man's greed. It collapsed because no one stopped him. That man who clearly knew that in the world of financial crime, the biggest trick isn't the fraud itself. It's making everyone believe the lie.